This is just right outside my window, and pretty good view out here. I can zoom in a little bit. That's the tallest place in China, TV tower. It's constructed in '99, I believe, by an American architect actually. And you can see that's probably a poor region down there. And then the walkway. We're gonna go eat dinner, and then we're gonna go to the Bund tonight. That was the British concession when the British was opening China. It was originally a British possession, so we're gonna go down there and keep it rolling. Alright guys, check out my hotel. It's not the biggest, but it's got everything I need right now. It's a bathroom. My toiletries in there. There's like a little food area and water. I got some ramen in here. Like, this looks pretty good. I'm definitely gonna eat this. And the lights are kind of weird. Like, I have to put the card in the thing in order to turn the lights on and off. Otherwise, it won't work. And yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna be staying here for the next 3 days. So, alright, I'll keep it rolling. Alright, so before I go out again and see some of the sights Shanghai has to offer, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the city and why it's important and why it's probably the largest and most developed area in China right now. And part of it is because that it was exceedingly used as a trading port by the British and later the French and Americans after the two opium wars, and in between the two actually. But since then it's developed into such a large country, large area. There's 18 million people here. It's vast. It's just huge. Just looking at these apartments, you can tell that it's just crazy here. Like, there's all kinds of construction going on all the time. The architecture is really unique. I've never seen much like it ever before. Some of it is British influenced. I saw some of that down on the Bund. We'll get to go down there, and Nanjing Road, we'll see a little bit more of that. But Shanghai is also important because this was the site where Chiang Kai-shek captured Shanghai in the famous Northern Expedition, and he was able to loosely create a nationalist unity among the eastern portion of China, at least. However, much of the country was still controlled by warlords in the 20s and 30s, and that was the case up until the end of World War II and the Chinese Civil War. But that's just another interesting thing about it. So there's also a deal with, I have to get a converter so I can actually plug in my battery to charge again, so hopefully I'll find that. Because one of the prongs on my AC adapter isn't fitting in these outlets, so we'll see if I can do that. Otherwise, I'll talk more later. We're going to talk more about the culture of Shanghai, the food, the traditions, and stuff like that. So hopefully get some footage of the markets and stuff too. So hopefully next time I'll be discussing some of those things. So, alright. Alright, I found something funny. I just had to show you guys because I think it's just hilarious. See that guy up there? He's way up on his apartment, and look at how high it is off the ground. And he's just sitting up there like it's no big thing. I just think that's incredible. But I mean, when people are used to doing this, I mean, living like this their whole life, maybe, you know, they're not as fearful of it. I just think it's so crazy, so I just wanted to share that. But man, it looks crazy. But alright, next time try to bring you more interesting stuff. We're on the Huangpu right now in Shanghai. TV tower again is up there. This place is just great. I love this place. There's a nice breeze going and everything. Look at these boats. It's really good. This is the Bund. Then the other side, the Huangpu River. There's just as many buildings on both sides. It's so developed right here, and this is such a great marketplace. I've already been harassed like crazy to buy all sorts of stuff, and people are so aggressive here, it's ridiculous.
Shanghai. In front of it, another old building is the one which has a big clock on the top. So I remember in the Cultural Revolution, every hour the clock played a piece of music in praise of love. But now,
you can see all the ships sailing down the Huangpu River. And then the most recently developing part of Shanghai is across the river there. And then the Bund is behind us. All these ferries. The water's actually a little bit brown, but there's all sorts of old school style boats going across. I'm still just blown away by this place. It's just so big, and the markets here are just crazy. Everyone is hounding me about buying this or that, and this is just day one. I'm gonna have to get used to it, but I'm sure I will. It's hard to turn them all down because some of them are really poor, but some of them just use that as an excuse to sell their products. So I'm just gonna buy what I want to buy, and that's it. They're selling everything from postcards to watches to foods to everything that they can move, they'll do it. But I just love this area just in general. We're soon gonna eat around in a few minutes, but this is just awesome. I can't wait to come back here when it's darker. So all the buildings will light up, at least most of them will, and it'll be kind of like Hong Kong, whereas the buildings light up. And in Hong Kong they actually do light shows with the buildings every night, but I don't believe they do it here. But I just love this place, and this is just so cool to me. I'm pretty overwhelmed. This is the most expansive place I've ever been in my life. So alright, hope to get back when it's darker.